This is Abia COVID-19 update.
Abia COVID-19 update.
Welcome to another edition of the program, Abia State COVID-19 Update. It is the last edition for the week. My name is Michael Oni. On this program, we highlight daily reports of the Inter-Ministerial Committee on the Control of COVID-19, as well as the Abia State Governor, Okezie Ikpeazu's efforts in ensuring that the state is safe from the virus. The program is running simultaneously every weekday, Mondays through Fridays, on several radio stations in the state: BCA 88.1 FM, Flow 94.9 FM, Vision Africa Radio 104.1 FM, Buzz 89.7 FM, and Real 99.1 FM. Well, COVID-19 has spread around the planet, sending billions of people into lockdown as health services struggle to cope. And over 8.5 million people have been confirmed to have coronavirus around the world, and more than 4.4 million have recovered, with 456,468 deaths recorded. Let's look at some of the key developments from the last few hours across the world. The United States yesterday questioned China's credibility on reporting fresh coronavirus cases in Beijing and called for neutral observers to assess the extent of the outbreak. China has locked down the capital as it seeks to prevent a second wave of COVID-19. And reporting 158 cases since a fresh cluster was detected last week in China. Canada has reached 100,000 cases of coronavirus yesterday. Iran is approaching 10,000 deaths from the virus outbreak in that country. That's according to official figures from the Ministry of Health in the country. And of course, World Health Organization condemned as reckless celebrations on the streets of Naples in Italy after Napoli's 4-2 penalty win over Juventus in Coppa Italia. Large crowds of fans congregated in the city, ignoring social distancing rules in place to prevent the spread of the coronavirus. Let's bring it back home in the country. Yesterday, Nigeria recorded its highest daily figure of confirmed COVID-19 cases yet. 745 new infections were announced by the Nigeria Center for Disease Control, NCDC. With the latest update, the total tally of the infected people in the country rose to 18,480. Well, previously, the highest daily COVID-19 cases was reported. That was on the 12th of June with 681. 6 deaths were recorded yesterday, bringing the total number of confirmed deaths in the country from the virus to 475. The health agency, in a tweet last night, did confirm and said the new cases were reported in 21 states. 745 new cases. That's the highest so far. 21 states. And till date, 106,006 samples have so far been tested in Nigeria, collected and of course confirmed in Nigeria. And as of the time of reporting this morning, there are 11,669 active cases of COVID-19 in Nigeria. 6,307 have recovered and have been discharged. Let's break it down now. Let's do a breakdown of the 18,480 confirmed cases. Lagos State has so far reported 7,896 cases, followed by Abuja, that's the Federal Capital Territory, with 1,451, followed by Kano with 1,170, Oyo with 764, Edo State with 729, followed by River State with 721, Ogun State with 486, Kaduna with 490, Borno with 457, Gombe with 447, Bauchi with 438, Katsina with 426, Delta with 400, Jigawa with 717, Ebonyi with 234. Ebonyi is actually leading presently in the southeast. Imo State followed 205, Plateau with 186, Nasarawa with 178, Kwara with 177, and Abia State 173. And it goes down and just like that, Kogi State is the lowest on the table with 3 cases in that state. And of course, the state government did come out and say, well, Kogi State is still COVID-19 free, but NCDC is insisting that, well, there are three confirmed cases of coronavirus in that state. This morning, we're really worried with the reported flagrant abuse of the stipulated guidelines by the Abia State residents, especially in Aba and Umuahia. So we shall be having an independent account of the situation across the state from our correspondents in Umuahia and Aba. We're spread across the length and breadth of the state as this program is championed by several radio stations in this state. We're taking a look at the protocols being issued, the guidelines, social distancing, the use of face mask, and also some other protocols has been put together, and of course that we should follow by the Nigeria Center for Disease Control and of course the Abia State Interministerial Committee on COVID-19. So that will be our focus this morning on Abia State COVID-19 update. You're welcome on board once again.
This is Abia COVID-19 update.
Abia COVID-19 update.
Well, it is still Abia State COVID-19 update, live on several radio stations in the state. Like I did tell you, we are having today an independent account of the situation across the state from correspondents in Aba and Umuahia. Joining us this morning is Ozirim Eke of Real FM there in Aba. Glad to have you join us this morning on the program, Ozirim.
Good morning.
Good morning to you. Can you confirm your location before we begin the report this morning, the situation report?
At Amezuku now, right away.
All right. We want to know the level of compliance concerning the use of face mask in that location, and of course, social distancing. Talking about the number of passengers that should be in the commercial vehicles, tricycle, and of course the buses, and also the churches around that area too. Just bring us up to speed. What is happening there?
Okay. All right. As far as I'm concerned, there is 90% of compliance about wearing of face mask and or nose mask, whatever you might call it. But in terms of church worship, there is no church today having any activity within this territory. And again, social distancing. This place is a business area. I can report authoritatively that they are observing that keenly. I also want to inform you that Aba today is very, very conscious of the disease, the virus. Recent development, recent reports have proved that everybody is almost a suspect now in Aba. So people are now conscious. Wearing of face mask is becoming a norm here. As I talk to you, about out of 10 persons that cross here, 9 of them are wearing face masks. So I can justify that they are complying. That's the report so far on ground here as I talk to you.
Well, that's a good news considering what we've had in the past coming from Aba. But I want to know, Ozirim, this morning, are people apprehensive of the rising number of confirmed cases?
Very, very apprehensive. That's why it looks as if everybody is a suspect. The people are scared of the disease, and the report so far, it has raised the bar of consciousness of the people. So they are taking care. People are very, very careful of what they are doing and how they are moving. Even the care that brought me where I am could not carry more than myself and another passenger, reporting that even if they have been arrested, have been apprehended by the security agency. So they are very careful of what they are doing right away.
Interesting. Thank you very much, Ozirim, for speaking to us this morning. And please do stay safe. It's also very important.
Thank you very much.
Well, that's a good news coming from Aba this morning. Just a couple of days this week, the Interministerial Committee did storm Aba on enforcement and of course a church was closed down. So if we are having this report this morning, it's a good news. It's a way to go, and that's where we will be able to break the chain of transmission of coronavirus. It is still Abia State COVID-19 update, live on several radio stations in the state. We're still expecting a report from other correspondents. We just heard from Ozirim Eke. He's a reporter with a real 99.1 FM in Abba. Right, we have joining us this morning Eze Adimoha of Broadcasting Corporation of Abia State. I hope I didn't murder your name, Eze.
Well, the name is Eze Adimoha.
Okay. All right, you're welcome. Can you confirm your location and give us a situation report?
Well, I'm presently close to the Orioba market in Bendero, here.
And what is the situation?
Well, the situation there is that unlike what we saw in about 2 days ago, traders here in Orioba market, they are at least to a great extent observing all the protocols. For instance, you see the traders putting on their masks. It's just a handful of them who are violating that aspect of the protocols. And also, though the market is crowded, very crowded, but to an extent, you see some of the traders also displaying their running water for the use of extended customers. That's the situation now.
The use of face mask is also very important to ensure that we avoid droplets coming from infected person, both non-infected and infected person dropping on our faces. Is it been abide to there?
Well, like I reported earlier, some people, or a handful of them, are even yet to come to terms with a reality on ground. Even earlier when I had a discussion with some of them whom were there without their face masks, they say it's just that COVID-19 is just a mere politics.
So that's what the people are saying there.
Of course.
It's a politics.
Yeah, it's a politics. That's a way to, that they are even fed up with the whole thing. But I was trying to educate them that COVID-19 is real, that we have some prominent people, even people that who have lost their lives to this pandemic. That's the situation.
All right, do confirm your location again, Eze.
I'm within Orioba Market, Bendero, here in Umuahia.
Well, thank you very much. It is Adimoha of the BCA FM 88.1 right here in Umuahia, the capital of Abia State.
You're welcome, my brother.
All right, there you have a situation report coming in from one of the major markets here in the capital of Abia State. It's good that people are following, despite there's still the disbelief there that the government is making money from it. And we keep telling you, please do stay safe. It's very, very important. You're staying safe not only for yourself, you're staying safe for your neighbors, you're staying safe for your family, for your child, for your children, for your wife. You know, that's where you're staying safe. And it's also very important if you're opening your shop, as today is one of those days earmarked for the opening of markets in Abia State. We have Mondays, we have Wednesdays, and Fridays. We have another reporter joining us this morning, Ginika Oloha of Flow 94.9 FM. Ginika, good morning to you.
Good morning, Michael, my boy. How are you doing?
Good morning to you, Ginika. Can you confirm your location and what is the situation report?
Okay, I'm along Umuahia Road. I think you're heading towards the East Gate here in Umuahia.
Okay.
And I can confirm to you that normal business activities are quite ongoing here. But interestingly, most people are observing that particular directive by government to put on their face mask. Some of them are doing that. But when you look at some shops around this area, some of them have the running water bucket in front of their shop with soap and all that. Why some don't? So I don't know. I was able to speak to somebody this morning before I got to this place. Michael, it is really appalling that some people still do not believe that this COVID-19 is real. And it's really, really disturbing at this point in time. Considering the fact that...
I think we should focus our attention from maybe the disbelief now. Even if you do not believe, are they complying with those protocols? Especially those ones you spoke you spoke to this morning?
Well, some of them, like the KK riders, yes, they are putting on their face mask, but they are just doing it because they have to do it. And if they don't do it, of course, they will be arrested. That's why they are doing it. Not that they actually believe that the thing is in existence. So that is the major problem we're having right now. But all in all, from my own observation, I can tell you, that people are actually complying to the directives of the state government.
All right. Thank you very much, Ginika Oloha. Egweke, do stay safe. It's very important, and
enjoy the cool atmosphere in the studio while I'm here in the touching fun to do the job.
All right, thank you very much. Well, that's Ginika Oloha of Flow 94.9 FM, and of course, still bringing us up to speed on the compliance level of COVID-19, talking about the protocols and, of course, the guidelines put in place by the Abia State Interministerial Committee on COVID-19 in Abia State. And, of course, he did mention that most persons still live in the disbelief, and they're saying, well, coronavirus is not real, but thanks to the enforcement team put in place by the government, they are also following the protocols due to the fact that they may get arrested, especially the tricycle operators in Abia State, in Umuahia, the capital of the state. All right, we have another reporter joining us this morning, Felix. Felix is joining us, Felix Ubani of Vision Africa Radio 104.1 FM in Umuahia. Felix, good morning to you.
Good morning, Michael.
Good morning. Glad to have you join us this morning on Abia State COVID-19 update. Can you confirm your location and what is the situation report?
Okay, I'm presently now at Ayuku Olokoro. In Ayuku Olokoro, there you have a very big market called Ayuku, and I've observed that the traders arrange their tables and goods according to government directives, though most of them are not wearing face masks. But I could observe social distancing from the traders. And you see civil servants, people who are educated, people who are enlightened, who know the dangers associated with COVID-19, coming to market with their face masks. They don't allow people to touch them anyhow. Or when they are giving them money or when they are buying goods, you see them being careful to exchange whatever thing they are doing in the market.
The provision of running water and also soap at those stalls there, are there provisions that are made by the traders?
Honestly, few business people who are running from the shops, they have a provision of running water, bucket and soap. But the main traders who are in the main market, those petty traders, they don't have. That's the issue with the community, to manage people at the community level concerning COVID-19.
What about the use of face mask?
It's only few people, just like I told you, people who are enlightened, who are working, civil servant and educated people who are working in an organized setting, who come around to patronize traders are the ones who are wearing face masks.
All right, Felix Ubani, thank you very much. Another Egweke member, a member of the Egweke Council. I understand that you are the leader of that dynasty. Thank you very much, Felix Ubani of Vision Africa Radio.
Sam is my co-leader.
All right. Do enjoy the rest of your day and also stay safe. Well, there you have Felix Ubani. He works with, he's a reporter with Vision Africa Radio 104.1 FM in Umuahia. And we're still following the compliance level in Abia State. It's very important that we get an independent account of the situation across the state from our correspondents across this state, the length and breadth of Abia State, although we have them positioned in Umuahia and Aba. It is still Abia State COVID-19 update, the last edition for the week. We also have another reporter joining us this morning, Ifeanyi Ogbonna of BCA FM. Ifeanyi, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good morning to you. Can you confirm your location?
I'm at the Timber Industrial Market, Umuahia.
All right. What is the situation there?
The situation there is that most of the shop owners here at the Timber Industrial Market, they have running water with sanitizer. But where we have problem is the issue of wearing of face masks and social distancing. Yeah, at the market, there is no observance of social distancing, and most of the traders are not wearing their face masks. That's a problem. And I would like the leadership of that market to go beyond enforcing the 3 p.m. time for the closure of market to ensuring that every trader in that market wear face masks.
What are the people saying about the virus there at the timber market?
The problem is not that people are not conscious of the. If you notice people who are coming from Umuahia, who are boarding vehicles and taking, they all wear their face masks. Immediately they come down from their keke or car. They will just remove it.
All right. Thank you very much, Ifeanyi Ogbonna of BCA FM 88.1 for speaking to us this morning on the program.
Thank you very much.
It is still Abia State COVID-19 updates, the last edition for the week, and of course we're still following events as it says happening right here in the state concerning COVID-19, the compliance level, and I need to let you know that the state government, in furtherance of its efforts to ameliorate the impact of the lockdown measures instituted in response of the COVID-19 pandemic, the state government did invited the Transition Council chairman of 17 local government areas to collect palliative materials on behalf of their respective communities. I'm going to reel out the date and the time later on. We have Stanley Umba of Buzz 89.7 FM in Abia joining us this morning. Good morning to you, Stanley.
Yeah, good morning to you, Michael Oni.
Okay, can you confirm your location and what is the situation report?
Okay, I'm in Abia, Central Abia anyways, and what is happening here is that normal life is on. Everyone is going about his or her normal life. Quite a number of persons wear face masks, quite a number of persons do not wear it. But there have been a lot of change of attitude lately. People are beginning to understand the fact that, yes, this thing is real, especially after the announcement that the governor tested positive to it. So people are beginning to believe. But few issues it's still being experienced here. That's people's lack of belief that there is COVID-19. It's a major setback. But then we are doing all our best to make sure we reach out to everyone we need to reach out to. He who believes will take it. He who doesn't may probably fall victim, especially now that it's understood that Abia is very, very vulnerable to this. But then there's life here. People are moving about. That's just the situation at the moment.
When you say there is life, on the scale of 1 to 10, can you rate the compliance level, especially the use of face mask?
It's improving. I think I can, at this moment, rate it 5. Initially, I rated it quite low. Yes, I can rate 5 right now, yes.
All right. Thank you very much, Stanley.
Before you go,
okay.
I made a move towards the mosque because the COVID-19 team visited there and made their points known to the imam of that mosque that they must keep to these rules. That's today.
Okay.
They must keep to these rules. But then there have been a lot of changes. That's just the truth. Quite a number of them are now believe, yes, there's a need to wear this, but then the number is still quite large. It was supposed to be 50 per stream. It's not exactly 50. But there's a change. I think there's a change of attitude, and if they continue like this, basically they're going to get it right.
All right. Thank you very much, Stanley, for speaking to us this morning on Abia State COVID-19 update.
You're welcome.
All right, there you have Stanley, and it's good that we have an improvement. If we continue like this, we will be able to break the chain of transmission of coronavirus. Let's continue. The fight is not over. It's a fight for our lives, and it's very important that we win this fight. All right, that's how far we can go this morning. Many thanks to the reporters, Gineka Oloha of Flow 94.9 FM, Eze Adimoha, and Ifeanyi Ogbonna, both of BCA, that's the Broadcasting Corporation of Abia State, 88.1 FM, Stanley Mba of Buzz, 89.7 FM, Felix Ubani of Vision Africa Radio, 104.1 FM. Thank you very much for listening also, and also many thanks to Samson Eze for producing the program this morning. Please do stay safe and take responsibility. COVID-19 is real. My name is Michael Oni.
This is Abia COVID-19 update.
Abia COVID-19 update.